I was 29 when this happened. I worked as a logistics coordinator for a mid-sized medical supply company, mostly spreadsheets, routing schedules, and last-minute problem solving. I've always been the kind of person who prefers predictability. I like routines, early mornings, podcasts playing softly in the background, and getting where I'm going without surprises. This took place 3 years ago, the Wednesday night before Thanksgiving. I'd been scheduled to work late, wrapping up end-of-week shipping issues so our drivers wouldn't have problems over the holiday. My family lives about 3 hours away, and the plan was to leave straight from work and drive through the night, arrive early, sleep a few hours, and show up at my parents' house just in time to smell turkey in the oven. Nothing about that night felt unusual at first. The office emptied out early. By 6 p.m. it was just me and the hum of the HVAC system. Outside, the sky was already dark, the kind of heavy November dark that makes streetlights look dimmer than usual. I packed up, grabbed my jacket, and walked to the parking lot thinking about cranberry sauce and how my dad always overcooks the rolls. The drive home to grab my overnight bag was uneventful. I remember checking the weather. Cold, clear, no snow. Perfect conditions for a long night drive. I didn't know then that this commute would carve itself into my memory in a way no holiday ever should. I left my apartment around 8:15 p.m. My car was freshly filled with gas, my phone fully charged, and my GPS set to avoid tolls. I'd done this drive dozens of times before, same route, same rest stops, same stretches of highway where radio stations fade out one by one. I stopped at a grocery store near the highway entrance to grab a couple of things my mum had texted me about. Sparkling cider and a pie crust she forgot. The store was busy in that frantic pre-holiday way. People rushing, carts squeaking, kids whining. It felt comforting, almost cozy. At checkout, the cashier wished me a safe drive. I remember smiling and saying, "Thanks, long one tonight." Back in the car, I queued up a podcast, set my coffee in the cup holder, and merged onto the highway. Traffic thinned out quickly. Most people were already where they needed to be for the night. About 40 minutes in, I passed the first rest area. I didn't need to stop, but I noticed more cars than usual. Families stretching their legs, headlights flicking on and off, engines idling, Thanksgiving travel. The road ahead stretched dark and open. My headlights carved out a narrow tunnel of asphalt. Everything felt normal, comfortably boring. That's why I almost didn't notice the car behind me. It was a dark sedan, older model. I noticed it because it stayed there, just far enough back that its headlights sat low in my rearview mirror, not blinding, not tailgating. At first, I didn't think much of it. Long drives do that. You end up pacing someone without meaning to. After about 15 minutes, I changed lanes to pass a slow truck. The sedan changed lanes too. When I moved back, so did it. Still normal. Another 10 minutes passed. The podcast ended, and I let the silence sit. That's when I became more aware of how long the car had been there. Same distance, same position. I told myself I was being paranoid. Then I took an exit. I needed to stop for the restroom, and there was a small gas station just off the highway. As I slowed down the ramp, the sedan followed. That's when my stomach tightened. Plenty of people stop at the same exit, I told myself, especially this time of year. The gas station was quiet. 2 pumps occupied, fluorescent lights buzzing. I parked near the building, cut the engine, and sat there for a second, watching. The sedan pulled in slowly and parked at the far edge of the lot, not at a pump. I remember thinking that was strange. I grabbed my phone and keys and went inside anyway. The bathroom smelled like cleaner and old tile. I washed my hands longer than usual, listening. When I came back out, the sedan was still there, engine running, no one getting out. I walked to my car without looking directly at it. My heart was beating faster than it should have been. As I pulled out, the sedan pulled out too, back onto the highway, behind me. I tried to rationalize it again. Same route, same destination. Coincidence. But then I sped up slightly. So did the sedan. I slowed down. It slowed down. I changed lanes twice in a row. It mirrored me both times. My hands tightened on the steering wheel. The inside of the car felt smaller. Every sound seemed louder. The tires on the road, the faint rattle in my dashboard, my own breathing. I told myself to stay calm. Don't do anything obvious. Don't let your imagination run away. I decided to test it. I took another exit, one I never take. A dark, poorly lit one leading to a two-lane road through a wooded area. The sedan followed. That's when the fear stopped being abstract. The road narrowed. No shoulder. Trees pressing in close. My headlights caught reflective road signs and nothing else. I didn't see any houses, no businesses, no other cars. The sedan stayed close now, closer than before. I thought about calling someone, but worried that fumbling with my phone would distract me. I considered turning around, but there was nowhere safe to do it. After about 5 minutes, I saw a small parking lot ahead, some kind of closed roadside attraction or trailhead. I pulled in abruptly. The sedan slowed, then pulled in too. It parked diagonally behind me, blocking my exit. My heart was pounding so hard I felt it in my throat. I locked my doors. My hands were shaking as I dialed 911, but before I could hit call, the driver's door of the sedan opened. A man stepped out. He looked ordinary, mid-30s maybe. Hooded sweatshirt, jeans, no visible weapon. That almost made it worse. He walked toward my car slowly, hands in his pockets. I cracked my window just an inch. I don't know why. Fear does strange things. "Can I help you?" I asked, my voice thin. He leaned down slightly, not close enough to touch the car. "You dropped something back there," he said. "I didn't," I replied quickly. He smiled a little, like I disappointed him. "You sure?" he asked. "Because you've been driving like you're lost." "I'm calling the police," I said. His expression didn't change. "I wouldn't," he said calmly. "Reception's bad out here." That was enough. I hit the gas. The sedan lurched forward as I scraped past it, my car jolting over gravel. I didn't look back. I just drove, fast. The road twisted and eventually spat me back onto the highway. I merged without slowing, adrenaline buzzing through me like electricity. I watched my rearview mirror for miles. The sedan never reappeared. I didn't stop driving until I reached a brightly lit rest stop an hour later. I parked under a streetlight and sat there shaking, my hands numb. I called the police then. They took a report, asked for details I couldn't fully give. No plates, no clear distinguishing features. They said it was probably nothing, a misunderstanding, holiday stress. I finished the drive, but I didn't enjoy a single moment of Thanksgiving. Every time headlights appeared behind me, my chest tightened. For weeks after, I took different routes. I avoided night driving. I checked my mirrors obsessively. I told friends. Most nodded sympathetically and said things like, "That's creepy," before changing the subject. Life moved on. But the fear didn't fully leave. Last year, while unpacking boxes after a move, I found the receipt from that gas station. I don't remember keeping it. On the back, written in pen, was a timestamp and 3 words I don't remember seeing before. "Almost had you." I still don't know how it got there. And every Thanksgiving, when I pack my car and check my mirrors, I wonder if that was the only time I noticed him, or just the only time he let me go.